Alright, ladies and gents, as ever, my name is Shane, that's Shane's Games, and today we're going to be playing Segagaga for the Sega Dreamcast. This won't be our first time playing it, so if you want to see how we got to where we are tonight, or check out some of the games we've played in the past, be them obscure, unusual, or nostalgic, feel free to check out my YouTube channel. But for today, we will go ahead and get into the game. So yeah, Siamese, it's sort of an odd thing that this game takes place like 25 years after the game was made, but also they're still making the Dreamcast in this period. And I think the main reason they did that was because if they said it in the present, then it would be a little too obvious that they're making a game about the fact that Sega's not doing so hot. And like, that is, to be fair, what the entire game is about, but I think there was certain compromises made to try and soften that blow a little bit. This game is insane. Yeah, this music is actually super catchy, it really is. It has frequently gotten stuck in my head in the last couple weeks. Which, I don't mind, So, oh god, how do I recap this game? So, the story of this game is, there's this game company that's been around for a very long time, and it was very big, and we'll call them, let's call them Sega. And Sega's not having a good time. Sega's kind of getting beat up in the market right now, and they're kind of in terrible danger. So they have initiated a secret project they call Project Segagaga, in which they recruited two normal-ass children and told them to save the company. Which, sure, you know, at that point, try whatever you got to. So we have been attempting to rebuild Sega from the ground up, and get them back into the market and back in fighting shape. It's had its ups, it's had its downs, it's been very insane. We are now basically in the last sprint, a knockdown, drag-out fight with our corporate nemesis, the evil company Dogma. And currently what we are doing, our current action is, They've brought forth one of their devs who is known for releasing games in a very timely manner. And we've been told he's basically going to crush us unless we can release a game before he does. And we don't have a ton of time to do that. So, let's see where we're at. Go ahead and jump into this. Believe that's the most recent save. All right, so let's have a look at our status. It is currently March 14th, 2027, and so let's see, we have, how much time do we have left? Does it say somewhere? We got 10 months left. We have 10 months left with which to turn around Sega's fortunes. As you can see, we are at a 40% market share right now, which, considering we started the game at 3%, I'd say we're doing pretty okay for ourselves. Even though it still says status poor over there. Come on, dudes. We're still working on it. Let me get caught up on chat real quick. Wish I was in the stream to catch it, and I have to catch up on the VODs. It is so bizarre. Like, I keep describing the game with this phrase because, like, I don't know how else to put this better. This is a game about the downfall of Sega, made during the downfall of Sega, by Sega. It is impossibly meta, and, like, it's, like, on one hand, there's a lot of very absurd, very silly, very slapstick comedy that happens in there, but also there's this undercurrent of, this is being made by some game developers that are very frustrated and very tired and very concerned about the current state of the market and the state of the company. And I've just never seen a game that is as brutally honest as this one is in a lot of ways. Like, it is kind of sad, but as you saw with the intro, like, it's got kind of an optimistic bent. Like, the story of Segagaga is, it's not over yet, we can still turn this around. And it's a little sad in retrospect, because what happened 2 weeks after this game got released? They discontinued production of the Sega Dreamcast, which was the end of Sega's console era. But also, on the other hand, you do have to point out, Sega is still around. Sega is still making some very well-received games. They did survive. There is that. Only 3% to 40% market share in a year or two. Orangutan, welcome in. I don't think I said hello, but yeah, we were at rank E before, and raising our market share 37% only gets us to D. What the hell? I will say I've been told that the true ending to the game can only be unlocked by getting 100% market share, which we are absolutely not going to be doing. But I'm going to see how high we can get it at least. I mean, they're doing the Yakuza games too. Everybody loves the Yakuza games. Let's see. This is a game that would do very well with a modern release. Funny that the year it takes place is in the perfect time, because this was made in the year 2000 and released in 2001. So 2025 felt like a pretty futuristic date at the time, I imagine. Also Persona, or Persona's Atlas? Is Atlas Sega? I don't know how that goes. Hyperdimension 2 real. So, yeah, we've got our budget up there. We're doing pretty good money-wise. We've got some money there. At the bottom, you see our current game progress. I don't think we're terribly far along on any of the games right now. We just finished a development cycle, so we're starting a new one. And the market's currently okay, so we don't need to jump in anything right now. And here's our character's stats. I don't know if we'll be using him anytime soon, but I think we're done with the dungeon crawling section overall. But we'll see how that goes. A lot can happen in 10 months. So, let's move back to the map. All right. Hey, Foles, welcome in. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing good. All right, so basically all that's left is we need to jump back into the labs and we need to get right back into game making. So let's get started on that. All right, so Team C is the one. All right, RDB is having an emergency meeting, reducing GD load times. If the load times feel too long when switching screens, we need to shorten the load times so that'll increase our workload. Try and cover up with the staging as much as you can. Appeal up 5%. RDC, two close friends are getting excited over a strange topic. 5-inch floppies! I'm sorry, I'm trying to imagine two people at work getting super excited over 5-inch floppies. You also understand the greatness of 5-inch floppies. I keep thinking I'm gonna be ready for this game, and I'm not. I never am. Literally never. So RDC right here is the one we're concerned about. They say they're not gonna be ready until 7/22. Galaxy Force, and 7/22 is way too late is the problem. Like, I'm glad things are going good in the dev room, but, like, let's see, Dogma release schedule. So yeah, that one at the bottom, Artificial Lifeform E is the developer we're going up against. He's gonna release on 6/11, and we're supposed to beat him to that, and currently our projected completion date is 7/22? Like, that's not gonna work. That is not gonna work, so we're gonna have to figure out some way to speed things up there. How are they doing on resources? They could use some more resources. So let's give them a capital injection. Let's give them some better resources. Because, like, we need to get this done. There we go. Macho Booster came out with a serious look. Oh no. I don't have a clear work plan, and I don't know what I should be doing. Let's see. Well, clarify the problem first. Motivation 10 down, and my charisma, what does that mean? Alright, that wasn't great, I guess. Oh god, Mega Bath Hater came out of Serious Look. Hey, Allie Lordswood! Welcome in, number 1. How are you doing, number 2? And number 3, thank you for 73 months. I appreciate the heck out of that. Let's see, work has been ridiculously exhausting lately. Let's see, you need to learn when to take it easy. Motivation limit 3 up, talent limit 1 down. That's not terrible. That's not terrible. So right now, development's going very slowly on basically everyone's. I mean, his is doing okay, but also, like, his appeal isn't great. They're not making a great game over here. Let's see, development's, oh god. Flower group leader has been attacked by a bug. Oh no. Hit him with the axe. Axe has no effect on bugs. Defeated by the bug, stamina and motivation -10. God damn it. That is not what I needed. Shit. Alright, also I noticed things are getting a little dire in here. People are getting tired here. How are we doing? Alright, his stamina's getting low. Motivation's not great either. He's alright, not perfect. Motivation's not great. His motivation's very bad. I'm gonna see if I can get his motivation up. He's charismatic. What do we need to enhance charismatic motivation? Woman's number! God, that is so weird. So let's go ahead and give him that. Motivation 90, yeah, perfect. Perfect. How's everybody doing? Oh, he's just bad across the board. Shit, so that's not great. And he's also getting a little low everywhere. It's not ideal. Alright, so his stamina is kind of critical, so we want to deal with that right now. So let's go ahead and give him an item. We'll give him a polyvitamin, and then let's give him another polyvitamin. We need him to not drop out of this. That's important. Almost had a weird night, but I had some news that may have me losing across the country. Ooh. Alright, hopefully for a good reason, not a bad reason. I'll keep my fingers crossed. Strength's nothing. I love these descriptions right there. They're absolutely savage. Just a random woman, I guess. I don't know. This game's insane. God, they're only at 10% completion. Realistic finish game moved up when we gave him more resources, though. That's something. Oh no, Tree's getting a little, Tree's not super happy with where he's at. It's not great. Hey, Gun Lobster! Hey, welcome in, Gun Lobster. Holy shit, his stats are incredible, but also, I'm sorry, your salary is 1.2 million? I don't know about that, dude. Wow. God, that is a lot of money. Gun Lobster, Jesus. Gun Lobster knows his worth clearly. I don't know if I can afford Gun Lobster is the thing. Oh. He's got his guns and he's sticking to them. Oh my God. Jesus. What do you think, chat? Should we hire Gun Lobster? Dare we hire Gun Lobster? I mean, he's 200 across the board. This is probably the best character we've ever seen in the game. What do you got to lose by money and all of it? Jesus. I guess we could kind of use like a kick in the pants here. All right, let's give it a shot. Give it a shot. We'll see if we can throw him on Team C. Give him a good kick in the ass there. Hey, Geek Boy, welcome in. How are you doing today, Geek Boy? Hope everything is going good. And also, Rooks, good to see you as always. Hope you're doing well. All right, let's hire Gun Lobster. And then, after we do that, we need to go to Human Resources and figure out where to put him. So, let's see what Team C's got going on. I mean, Mega Bath Hater's in bad shape right now. Partially because he needs a rest, I know that much. But, like, we could definitely replace Mega Bath Hater. But also we've got some dudes on the other teams, too, that are not doing great right now. Like, you know, Macho Booster. But, you know, specifically right now, we need to get Team C in action. So I think that's what we'll do. We got a lot riding on Team C right now, so... Lobster 2, we're going to put you in for Mega Bath Hater. There we go. And, I think we will leave things like that for now. Do we want to get rid of Mega Bath Hater is the thing. Like, I think we do just because we really need to make up that money somewhere. We kind of need to make up that money that we're paying for him right now. So, Mega Bath Hater, I'm sorry, I think you're out of here. Mega Bath Hater is the ultimate gamer? Oh god. Just eat him if he messes up, that's amazing. He's got guns and is a lobster, both vital requirements for a programmer. I guess that's why I didn't get into the industry. I have neither of those. Oh my god. Alright, Mega Bath Hater, sorry dude, you're out. You've done good work, but also you smell fucking terrible, so, sorry you're out, dude. That's still one of the most ridiculous things in this game right there, I think. Just a disclaimer right there. Oh, alright. So let's see what effect that had, if any. Moved up the realistic finish a little bit more still. That's good. That's good. We gotta hit that date. Oh, right, but 4/11 is when Dogma's new game comes out. No. Oh, no. No, please. No, this is literally worst case scenario. This is literally worst case scenario. Don't you, please. Please don't. Please don't do that. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, shit. So our Project C director just bailed. Oh no, that was one of the designers. So that's bad, but not the end of the world. I thought that was the director. Because when the director leaves, progress stops on the game. So, oh, thankfully that wasn't the director. We're all right. It's not great still, but not the end of the world either. Oh, jeez. All right. Keep an eye on everybody. Who is missing on this team? Oh, there we go, Manchild. Back to work, Manchild. Jesus. He's good now. He's good. Motivation fully recovered. Talent limit 1 up. Excellent. Oh, God. Team B is continuing to not look great. Oh, his cooperation is deadly low. Alright, let's see if we can work on that. Use item, what is it, friendship drops for that? I've only got 1 left, I might have to buy some more of those. If I have any cash left. Cooperation 50 up, excellent. Gun Lobster for Resident Evil, please. Oh, yes! Thank you, Emperor. You can tell where my head's at today. Jesus. Let me go do that right now. My apologies. Throwing that in there right now. Alright, there's a Discord announcement going on extremely late. And yeah, so that category in there. Ooh, only doing 2 streams a week definitely does not get me in my rhythms enough to keep those habits going. It's in the bowl pit, unfortunately. Now, come on, man, child, jeez. I'd say act your age, but I don't want to ask about that. They don't call the women, they just take solace in the fact that that's my headcanon right there. It's just like, they're showing around the office being like, oh yeah, I got this. I got this with my own skills and charisma. No one gave this to me. Don't let anyone tell you that. All right. Lobster 2 gets restless regularly. What is this? It's not enough. Huh? It's not enough. Love! I can't take it anymore. I'm headed out for a bit. They left. We got a lot of restless staff, but will this be okay? Lobster, we believed in you. You were supposed to be the chosen one. Oh God. Yeah, start boiling the water. Lobster, no. He just left. He just straight up left. Oh God. Realistic finishes move back to 7-7. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, Dogma's new game is coming out very soon. We're not going to be able to beat that or anything. Body stability check. It's bothering me. Should we check it? We have to retest everything. So even with everyone playing it, it'd take a few days. Let's move ahead with something else first for right now. Dev progress up 5%. That's good. And they've completed their beta. Good deal. All right, what do you got? So the image for this game is 4 muscular fighters. Theme for this game is Requiem for a Deadly Struggle. All right, that sounds rad. I think you're getting somewhere in this. Simdust, well, yeah, sometimes the Chosen One needs a break too, except we hired the Chosen One a week ago. So, like, he shouldn't need a break yet. He hasn't done anything yet. How are you doing, Simdust? Hope everything's going good with you. Escape clause, goddammit. Alright, as for the genre, action, of course. How does that sound? I like it. This time I want to push a bit and make a decently successful, buzzworthy game. At this pace, we should be able to pull it off easily. It's a big budget, but yeah. Yeah, let's go for it. Let's go for it. I got some concerns because the appeal's not looking spectacular on his, but we'll see how it goes. All right, product stability check. Something's bothering me. Should we check it? We have to retest everything, so even everyone playing it will take a few days. Guys, no, like, you guys need to keep on schedule when everything's going bad. Just, you're gonna have to cut that part of the game. I'm sorry, dudes. That's the safest option. Progress up 20%, now we're talking. Appeal down 20%, now we are not talking. You got the alpha complete, though. Oh God, image for this game is 5-person party. All right. Name for this game is Legacy of the Gods. I'm hooked, I'm hooked. I want to push a bit and make a decently successful, buzzworthy game. Yeah, all right, let's go for that. Let's go for that. I think, hopefully with that big progress jump. All right, 6:15, we're close, we're close. We are getting close to where we need to be. Dogma's game comes out in a couple days. We're gonna see what the impact of that's gonna be. Luckily, R&D B is almost done, but their game's not actually looking very good. That's a little worrying. What? They're all fired up. Just where have they been? Let's see. What is this? Met at the station after the last train with a very cute girl who looks like... What? While waiting at the legendary tree, you got close, and then what happened? Oh, you got rejected. Hopefully this lesson will calm Lobster 2 for a bit. Do your job, Lobster 2! I'm paying absurd amounts of money for you. Get your shit together, dude. Uh-oh, alright, alright. And it looks like Dogma's new game came out, so time to face the music. Kafka, welcome in. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing good. Oh, released a day early too. That's dangerous. Yuken, the King of Bare Fist. Target audience all ages. Genre fighting. This game features a total of 128 characters. According to reviews, the balance is already broken, but that's part of the appeal. Additionally, for those new to the genre or those who struggle with fighting games, auto-learning adjustment functionality is included. Despite the broken balance, the system's ability to make wins and losses feel fair has been highly praised. Ow! Okay, that one hurt a lot. Oh, Jesus! All right, that's not good. That one's very bad, actually. Will, welcome in. How are you doing today, Will? Hope you're doing good. So no, the guy we're trying to beat, he drops on 6/11. So we haven't gotten to his date yet, but they brought out another game in the meantime. So we've still got more. We've still got more we gotta fight here. That's not great. Oh geez. Aki Maeda is a Japanese actress and singer according to Google. Perchance, thanks for looking that up. So many of the references in this game are going clear over my head. I appreciate that. I assume she was popular around the year 2000 when this was made too. Lobster! As you can see, Dogma's taking some of our market share. Some, she says. Jesus Christ. Dogma's 9-5? Oh God. All right, so that's their next regular one, though. We still got the 6/11 one we got to deal with. Jeez, all right. All right, let's see if I have any money to actually hit up Akihabara and buy some stuff. Because we are starting to run a little low on some supplies here. Yeah, we got some cash. We actually do have some money, so. Let's buy 5 friendship drops. Not infinite money, not a ton of money here, but we've got some. We do have some. Alright, so nothing else we need to get here. We'll get out of there. Did the other store have anything we need to pick up? I don't remember. The outsourcing pass, Jesus. We will stock back up on women's numbers. No, I'm not gonna ask how that works. We need to get a couple more meal tickets while we're in here. Ooh, passion extract. We could use a couple more of those. They're kind of expensive, so we don't want a ton. Alright, I think we're good here for now. We gotta check the other shop too, but I think we're good there. Hey, Chris Technician, welcome in. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing well. Shiny Moe-mons. Oh god. No more Moe, I can't take it. The Moe may actually kill me. The Moe will be the death of me. This I believe. We are out of uncles, Jesus. That's pretty cheap. We could buy a couple more of those if we wanted to. So I got a bunch of genius bread, so we're good there. We'll hold off on that for right now. I think we're doing okay, because we've still got the polyvitins. And it doesn't restore much, but we've got a mountain of them, so I think we're okay right there. Yep. Again, another Sega reference right there. They're everywhere. Yeah, the vibe of this game having like straight up photographs and just having different styles of animation, it's just so weird. Just constantly keeps you on your toes, off balance. Now all these devs are real people are mutated to embody their abilities. It's insane. Dinner report, what did I have yesterday? Oh god. I had some pre-made boneless wings from the grocery store. because again, I went grocery shopping, I was in a hurry, and they looked really good. And I heated them up in the air fryer, and they're pretty tasty. Not bad. Not spectacular, but not bad. Oh god. Yeah, which dev is Lobster with a gun? I need to know that one. The funny thing is, Lobster with a gun was actually a boss we fought in the game. That was his second form. His original form was just a lobster. And then I'm like, how do they power up the lobster? Oh, he has a gun now. All right, no, that makes sense. Ooh, tilapia. I do love me some tilapia. Yeah, air fryer does a really good job of just crisping up the edges of the wings, which is fantastic. I love that. Like anything you want to make crispy, like air fryer is ideal for that, but if you don't have an air fryer, broiler is the next best thing if you got one of those. And I have known people that have broilers and didn't know they have broilers. So check about that. All right, so yeah, Dogma's next regular release is going to be 9/5. And the guy we're trying to beat is scheduled to drop 6/11, but as we saw, that other game actually dropped a day early, so we can't get too comfortable here. Pizza in the air fryer. I've never tried that before. Usually the way that I reheat pizza is I get a skillet, and I'll put the pizza on one side, and I'll put a little puddle of water on the other. And I start the pan off cold, and I put the pizza in, I put the water in, and then I put a lid on it. And then I cook it for a little while. And the skillet itself cooks the bottom of the pizza, and the steam from the little puddle of water cooks the top of the pizza. It works shockingly well. I recommend it very highly. Better than fresh, that's huge, holy crap. Secretly a damn Kojima? I'd believe that's its true form right there. Yeah, I love my air fryer, and my air fryer is like the cheapest air fryer known to man, but it still does the job, which I love. Ooh, had a dream about fried shrimp. Making a prophecy, get some fried shrimp. Oh, all right, Claire, I see that. That makes sense. Advanced pizza wizardry. I saw that on YouTube somewhere, and I tried it out, and just honestly, it does a great job reheating everything. Because I feel like it's hard to get the crust to the right level of crispiness without like burning the hell out of the toppings or having them all melt off, and that does a really good job with it. Just a few drops under the basket for air frying for that steam there, that makes sense. Oh god! Doc Melvin, what a hell of a dream, holy shit. Alright. So, Team B is still not looking great. Alright, his stamina is pretty low. We can fix that. Oops. Oh god, the game journalists. Jesus. When do we plan to release it? Oh god, like we can just straight up tell it. Because, like, we are planning to release before the other guy. Dare we do this? So, basically the point of this is if we give him a release date, if it releases on time, that gives a boost to our sales. But if we're late, that's a big drop in our sales. I think because we've been putting so much resources into this, I'm gonna go ahead and risk it. I'm gonna go ahead and risk it. We're gonna tell him we're gonna drop the same day as that other dude. We're actually gonna try and release a day or two early. No, wait, oh god, was there a timer for that? Shit, I guess there was a timer. All right, I didn't press a button there, damn it. Damn, this keeps coming out next year. It's weird that the dates ended up being the way they are. Oh god, alright, we're on the wrong team here. Okay, get over to B. So let's use a couple polyvitins on Underwater Macho. See if we can get him back in good shape. Go. Oh, his stamina's getting critical and his cooperation's not great either, but let's work on his stamina first. Star Group leader's back! Overcome their slump, motivation fully recovered, talent limit 2 up. Excellent, excellent. Let's see. All right, so Macho Booster needs some stamina first of all. Let's work on that. So we'll give him a couple of Polyvitins. There we go. Hopefully be good for now. Who else is having some problems here? He's doing all right. Polygon Man is one of my champs. That dude's amazing. He's hanging on for right now. He's not terrible. And Programming Chief, he'll live. That's fine. Let's see. I have a hard time reading people's faces in Alien Noir if they're lying or telling the truth. It takes a while because you're not trying to like figure out if they're lying or telling the truth. You're trying to figure out what the game considers to be a tell is really the thing. You're trying to figure out what the game considers to be a sign that someone is lying. And once you figure out what the game thinks is a sign there, that's basically what we're going by. Oh, the Hard Eyes Man scares you? Oh, hang on. That's Moe Moe right there. Strengths, nothing really. Weaknesses, doubts. Yeah, Moe Moe is terrifying. This guy's freakish. Sulfur Sandy, welcome in. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing good. Oh god, alright, so I think they're gonna be okay for right now. RDC is still cranking along. Our realistic finish is right there. Literally right there. That's a little freakish. Gonna have to hope that stays. We'll speed up time a little bit. Oh, fantastic. Alright, so Macho Booster's in peak mode. No talent lost. That's very good. That is very good. Except he's not doing great. Oh, his cooperation's hitting rock bottom, right? Oh, we gotta get his cooperation up. Alright, so let's give him a friendship drop. We just bought a couple more of those. There we go. Cooperation 50 up. Excellent. Alright, emergency meeting topic, product stability check. Something's bothering me, should we check it? We have to retest everything, so even if everyone playing it would take a few days. We can't. Oh god, we don't have time. For now, let's do something else for right now. Let's do something else for right now. It's taking too much time, let's prioritize other tasks instead. Dev progress up 5%. Alright, cool. Alright, we're looking better there. We're looking better. That is really solid. Oh god, wait. What's happening with our team lead there? Oh, his motivation's way down. Shit. Alright, so he's got a cooperative aura, so what do we need to give him for that? For cooperative aura... He needs a meal ticket. That would definitely be what restores me at work. So, I guess I have a cooperative aura. Groshin, welcome in. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing good. Glad to have you with us. How's the Swan Song coming along? Good. We're trying to keep Team C on schedule, and right now it's looking like maybe they are. I think we might be able to do this. Motivation 100 up. Hell yes. Get back on your feet, soldier. No, Polygon Man. Oh god, he's a little unsatisfied, unfortunately. Oh shit, alright, oh god, Tank Macho's not doing so good. Alright, he's got very good stats though, so I do want him in the fight, so I think we're gonna try and bring him back up. So first of all, we'll give him a friendship drop. This is so expensive, oh god. Go. And then give him a couple of Polyvitins. And then what else does he need? Let's see. His motivation's really low, so he needs a meal ticket too, I think. Motivation, oh no, is that the wrong one? says it's effective on cooperative staff. Is that him? Oh, he's charismatic. Shit. All right. So that was completely the wrong item, so I just wasted that. Damn it. Oh, damn it. All right, so yeah, he needs a woman's number. There we go. Whew. Ow. Isn't that called mania? Basically. Also, is it just me or is their appeal not moved in like a month? I don't think their game's getting any better here, guys. That's really worrisome. Alright, his stamina's still low. I'm gonna give him another polyvitamin. The last thing I need is him dropping on me at the finish line. And some of these guys are still not looking great. And his stamina's getting low too. Give him one. They're getting close to release. So they just kind of need to get over the finish line at this point, but we gotta make sure they actually make it to that point. I'll drop some cash on advertising once it comes up too, see if we can get that appeal up a little bit, because it is not looking great. And unfortunately, this late in development, there's not a ton we can do. How could you look at the toy tank abomination and not think, oh yes, this guy's leaking oodles of charisma? I mean, you're not wrong. That is the look of charisma right there. Yeah, that appeal is not moving. That is really concerning. All right, Team A finished their alpha. Let's see what we got. No. Did you make something like this? God damn it. You did make something like this before. Put in more effort, dude. You did that game before. Yeah, that's more expensive, but you can't just keep making the same game. Go for it, sure. That'll drop their progress, but like they're just making the same game you made before, which is not great. Oh god, they're still not looking good. Alright, Team C is looking a little late, but look at that appeal. That appeal is looking really nice. They're getting there. They're definitely getting there. Moe may have done something. Oh no, what did you do? He let a computer virus into the dev room. Oh god, cut the cables. Alright, this time cut cables was effective. The commotion settled down. Damn it, Moe. Alright, R&DC has finished their beta. Again. 5-person party, Legacy of the Gods, genres RPG, sure. Yeah, I think we're on a good track right here. Steady as she goes. I gotta keep an eye on the date, but I think they can pull that off. Alright, these guys, I'm gonna give them a little bit of a capital investment because they're not looking great. Like their tools are probably in bad shape. Lobster 2, come on! Lobster 2, come, oh, we just hired you. Fuck! And that pushed us back a week. God damn it, Lobster 2! Oh. Damn it. Yeah, I heard Black Flag's getting a remake, which, you know, good game. I don't know why they just keep remaking that game, but I guess they're running out of ideas. This will be the best Shining in the Darkness ever. Stop making Shining in the Darkness. Lobster 2 just got dumped. That's true. He's had a lot on his mind recently. But also, like, do your job, Lobster 2. God damn it. Oh, God. It just keeps falling back now. Shit. That's not good. Oh, Mr. Momonoki. We stopped by before. Your stats are kind of mid, though, dude. I'm not gonna hire you. Thanks for stopping by, though. Alright, this game is just about to release. It's not looking good. It's not looking good at all. We just kind of got to kick this out at this point, I think. We're gonna give it some advertising. Just to get some sort of boost out there. Sure, let's release a CD single for it. Appeal increased by 15%, we'll take that. Alright. R&D, Team B made it. It does not look like a great game, but that's fine, we gotta release it. We gotta release something. No fixing it at this point, unfortunately. Number of units sold. Oh, not good. Not good. Oh, sales revenue. Oh, okay. Alright, so Streets of Rage 2, not really popular right now. Oh, I should have checked what the market was at right now. I didn't see if it was a good market. Streets of Rage 2! Oh, jeez. There were no notable issues in the market this month, so sales were steady, so I got lucky there at least. Sales surpassed 100,000 copies, so I got a pocket change bonus of 10 grand. Let's see. Changed class programming chief. Due to numerous successful projects, they can now be promoted to director. Proceed? You know? Yeah, A- isn't so bad, but still, like, we've had triple the sales of that before. What do you think? Should we promote this guy, the programming chief, to a director? We'd have to find somebody to fill his spot, but I think we do have some backfill we can do. Yeah, the red guy's just not cutting it right here, so maybe there are IVs after all. I think, yeah, let's try promoting him. Disbanded the team? No, let's leave the team in place, but we do have some work to do here. 3% market share, what a disaster. What an unmitigated disaster. Oh God, alright. So we'll make a new save, I guess. I suppose. Not that I'm happy about this, but I guess we can. Then we will move, we'll go to the research lab. And we need to move things around now that we have a new programming chief. So, let's see, R&D B was the team that just finished, and like, oh, that guy's not cutting it. So, programming chief, you are replacing Basic Macho. Let's see if you can do any better. That means we're going to need a new designer for that team. We only have one, unfortunately, and he's Biweekly Kiba, who's kind of garbage. But what else are we going to do, I suppose? All right, we need a new direction. That's really all we got, so we'll see how that goes. Oh, geez. Also, I just noticed we got some motivation problems over on Team C. I'll go see what I can do about that. Let's exit the research lab. And let's get back in there. Oh, geez. All right. Wow. Okay. So yeah, I've been ignoring them, and that's not working good. All right. So he's cooperative, so we need to raise his motivation. And for cooperative, that is the meal ticket. So let's give him one of those. There we go. And then let's see, he's charismatic. We need to raise his motivation. And for charismatic, they need woman's number. There we go. And now, oh God, all right, so he's cooperative also. We'll take care of him as well, and that'll be another meal ticket. Yes. Gotta keep these guys on task. All right, they should be good now. What do we got going on over here? Ooh, yeah, his cooperation's getting low. But also Bad Thoughts just doesn't have a lot of cooperation to begin with, unfortunately. So we'll use a friendship drop on him. There we go. Let's see, since we're tossing around copies of Homo Ludens, does this game also follow the Peter principle? If there's a reference there, I'm probably missing. Alright, what's the gloomy aura around these guys? Alright, his stamina's not great. We can fix that. I'll give him a couple of polyvitins. Go. Let's see, how else are we doing here? I think everybody else is doing okay. Bad Thoughts is still having problems, but he kind of sucks. Hence the name. Alright, Lock-On also does not have great stamina right now, so hit him up with a couple of polyvitins. Do I still have any? I do have one healing spring left, but like since we're in the last stretch, money is gonna be kind of tight. So I gotta be a little bit careful here. Alright, Man-Child needs some stamina. And Red Cloak's alright for right now, but he's gonna need some stamina soon. Drop a couple of polyvitins on Man-Child. There we go. Alright. They are working. Let's see, R&D-B emergency meeting topic, improving usability. I mean, they're super early in development. Fix the concerning parts for right now. That's fine. That's not a big deal. Oh god, look at their appeal though. Their appeal is spectacular right now. Oh, Macho Booster's still having a bad time, not great. And oh god, Team A is still behind schedule. I noticed their progress isn't going up very fast. Shit, that's not great. Alright, we're getting very close to the release date for our nemesis here. So we gotta keep really close watch on our team. We gotta watch them very closely because this is the home stretch. We gotta get this done. This has to happen. Oh jeez, his cooperation's dropping. His stamina's not great either. I'm gonna give him one polyvitamin to make sure he doesn't drop right here at the last second. Just got a cannonball into Frozen Lake water introduction to a part of German rental law. Oh, jeez. Well, I hope things are calming down now. Hopefully, whatever you saw is manageable, at least. I'm going to keep my fingers crossed. Promotion to one's level of incompetence. Good work earns a promotion to a position where one cannot excel anymore. Oh, God. I've seen that happen so many times, Grosh, and it's painful. That is agony. A defect report. Interesting. Never heard anything about that. That would make me very nervous as well. Alright, Lobster 2's back, thank God. Alright, it slumps over. We're still set to release late. We're gonna have to kick this thing out the door a little bit early, unfortunately. I think so, but like, we gotta beat him. We have to beat him, otherwise we're doomed. The game is high quality, but has some graphical artifacts. Try to work within the schedule. Heal up 10%. I got a good feeling about that one. I think that one's gonna be good. All right, this one, I'm gonna drop some money on PR on this one. Actually, can I afford that? Let's make sure of that first. I can afford that. All right, so let's do a bit of a PR blitz for this one. Hey, Damage Plushie. Welcome in. How are you doing today, Damage Plushie? How is your stream? I saw you were playing Threads of Fate today. I've always wanted to try that one. That one looks like a really neat game. How are you enjoying it? Hope you're having a good time with that. And for anybody from Plushie Stream that doesn't know me, my name is Shane. That's Shady's Games. I play the obscure, the unusual, and the nostalgic. And today we are playing Segagaga for the Sega Dreamcast. One of the strangest games I've ever played. It's a game about the downfall of Sega, made during the downfall of Sega by Sega. It's a whole thing, most definitely. Mega Science, welcome in. Hope you're doing good. We released a couple of games recently, but like our market share fell drastically last time they released one. And this is supposed to be like a big attack. So we gotta hit back as hard as we can. Let's do this one. We'll run magazine ads for 4 weeks. Let's try this one. Appeal increased by 24%. Hell yes. I think that's exactly what we need. Had a couch co-op day. Buddy crashed on my couch. We started with Mario Kart and Threads of Fate PS1. Excellent. I do love me some couch co-op. That's what I grew up with, and that's the, I love that vibe. It's a good feel. It really is. All right. We need to get our game out before it. That's all it is. So I'm going to release on the 9th, I think. All right, here. He's scheduled to come out in 2 days. But we don't know that he's not going to release early is the problem. So even though we're at 93% completion, I think we need to kick it out the door and take our chances here. I think we have to. Because they warned us if he beats us to market, we're going to be in a lot of trouble. And like, we can't take a huge hit right now to begin with. Let's do it. I think we have to do it. Release the game before it's done? Oh, this game really makes you do some really horrible stuff. I think that's what they're trying to make you do, though. Understand what it's like to be at a game company under the gun. So yeah, our appeal is still humongous for this game. It's the biggest appeal we've ever had for a game, so I still think we can pull this off. I think we can get something really cool done with this. Yeah, just like the real world, a little too real sometimes, honestly. Progress is below 100%, you should try a bit harder. No, we're gonna have to release it now, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. You did a great job though, I think people are gonna like it. Sales decision has been made to proceed with the release. Sales will start immediately. Oh god, this is it. This is a very important one. This needs to go well. Alright, not spectacular, but that's good. It's a good solid release. One of our better releases. Solid revenue. Shining Force, the Legacy of Great Intention. Alright. Another Shining Force game. Market was somewhat sluggish this month, which impacted sales. That's the reason why. But we didn't have a choice. We had to beat the guy. Unfortunately. Congratulations, sales exceeded 300,000 copies. Pocket change bonus of 30,000 is awarded. You've secured top market share for this quarter's releases. Okay, so that means I think we beat him. I think we did beat him. Thanks to the sales of this game, you've successfully prevented market share loss caused by Dogma's Director Artificial Life Form E. All right, we did. We did. It was scary. It was a huge risk, but we did beat him to market. Oh. Expand the team? No, it's a good team. Let's keep them together for right now. All that work and we still are below where we were before. Oh, God. All right, so we've got 7 months left. We're at 38% market share. And now we just get back on the horse. Artificial Life Form E has released a game. 2% market share. You're pathetic. You're nothing. Your game sucks. My game wasn't even finished and I kicked the crap out of you. Take that, artificial life for me. Oh, Jesus. Oh. Oh, I was really nervous there. I was legitimately very nervous. She's starting getting a real CEO. I'm just nervous is all. Oh, all right, you did it. I think we actually beat Artificial Lifeform E. I feel so relieved. I can just picture him sulking in frustration. Thank you. Now, keep going and do your best. 206 days left. We're not done. We're not done. All right, stay focused and do your best. Oh, God. All right. All right. So we had 36% market share. Again, considering we started the game at 3%, still a very nice improvement there. It's a bad market right now. I wish I didn't release that. That game was a banger. That would have been a huge seller if it was in a good market, but we couldn't have afforded to wait. We couldn't have. We absolutely could not. So we just had to drop it there. Oh, jeez. And, let's see. R&D-B is still off to a very slow start. That's a little worrying. But R&D-A is kicking some ass right there. Look at that. They're at 22% progress and the appeal is 293. I think R&D-A is going to be like, we're going to let them have basically as much time as they need, and we're going to let them release something huge. See if we can just get like a massive sales from them. Whereas the other teams, we're just going to keep going. We're just going to keep going. We're just going to keep releasing. We'll see what we can do. Tarek, how are you doing today? So Sega's goal is to be a monopoly, so they'll be breaking up into smaller companies. Odd business practice. I mean, that's basically how Sega was right now. Is they had a bunch of development studios that were wholly owned, but operating independently. They didn't have 100% market share exactly, but you know, it's kind of how they were working there. Keeps losing connections. Me. Huh, I hadn't know. That's a good answer. That's a good answer. All right. For the good old days of monopolies being frowned upon. I miss those days. I long for a return. All right, so the good thing is we did get some petty cash there, so we can go back to the store and we can stock up again. Which is good, because we desperately need some resources here. And then after that, we gotta get back to the grind. So 3 months have passed since we started our session today. But we've still got another 7 months to go before the end of the game. Who knows what terrible things our nemesis Dogma has up their sleeve? We don't know. So we gotta be ready for anything, unfortunately. We gotta be ready for anything. I still can't get over the fact that Sega just made a game about the fact that PlayStation was kicking their ass. I don't know how to deal with this game still. I'm trying. I do not know how to handle this game. What do I do with this thing? There's some more of those. Alright, I think we're good here. Head back to the main store as well. Standard oiling. I've never seen that used as a verb before, but I kind of love it. Sorry, the Akibara song does something to me. Took me away for a second there. Can pretty much just bribe and or purchase politicians openly. It's bad times, it's true. It's not a great time right now. We don't need to buy any of the uncles yet. Because we've still got some polyvitins, though oh god, we run through those actually. Yeah, let's go ahead and buy a couple of these. Was hoping to hold off, but I don't think we can afford to. I think we're gonna need to do that. We've got enough, so we've got one spring which restores everybody, and we've got enough money right now to buy another one at some point, so we can do that. Autographed Blu-ray of Dogma, excellent. I'm so glad that Dogma's back in print. That is such a good thing. For a while it was looking scary. That is a good thing though. Oh, alright. Alright, let's get back to it then. Alright, so RNDC is starting over from scratch. We'll see what they come up with. Oh god, alright, so his stats are just low all over the place. Speaking of using a healing spring, we might need to use it on these guys. These guys are just taking such a beating. I think it might be, oh yeah, it's time. It's time. We're going to use a healing spring on these guys, because I just can't afford to dose all of them here. I've only got the one healing spring, we can afford to get one more. It's not an ideal situation, but like, we gotta do something. Alright. Go ahead and blast through this. Go ahead and get everybody's stats back up. And they've still got, their progress is still low. They're going very slowly, but also that appeal is insane, so I'm willing to cut them some slack. It is going to take some time, though. So I think R&D B is going to be the next team across the line. So we'll see how they go. Oh no, Bath Hater has fallen ill. Gee, I wonder why. Let's see, R&D B emergency meeting. Let's see. To modify the plan to fit the graphics. Go middle of the road right here. Appeal up 20%, progress down 10, motivation up 20. I'm okay with that. Considering where they're at right now, it's doable. Right now, we don't have any hard timelines that we need to hit. I'm just gonna speed up a little bit. Mecha King and Mecha Maniac losing their mind over Mecha. What a surprise! Who would have seen that coming? Oh, that is awesome, Turatark. Fantastic. Yeah, AT&T would have worked, but it doesn't have the same impact. You are correct. Didn't realize the date was in the corner, and the entire time I was trying to figure out what these fractions were supposed to be. Oh no. See, that's what happens when you're watching streams first thing in the morning. It's sometimes the things are just not clicking. Not clicking. That is the date, yes, you're correct. That's amazing. Let's see, Legend, yes, I do enjoy the movie Legend, because Tim Curry is in that movie and he is vamping so hard. I just watched that fairly recently, and I've got a friend that I want to show that movie to at some point. Like, it's not a spectacular movie, but it's fun. The thing is, it's fun throughout, and when you watch it, you're not going to regret your time. So it is very good. Which cut, though? I didn't know there were different cuts. That I was not sure about. I'll have to look into that. Oh, it's a very pretty movie, definitely. And just, like, everybody's doing a good job. It's solid all around. All right, we hit alpha. All right, what do you got for me? Pitch me your alpha. Image for this game is Gunslinger. All right, interesting. That's something new for us. Use a moderate budget to increase sales this time. This pace, we should be able to pull it off easily. That is a really low budget. Do we want to keep him as is, or do we want to tell him to kick things up? That's... Alright, I'll tell him to proceed as is for right now. Wish you could check the appeal from that screen. Yeah, his appeal is going well, so I think he's off to a good start, I think. He's off to a good start, so I'm not super worried. I'm gonna drop a capital investment on him because their stuff's getting old. There we go. Get their computers in good working order. Oh god, Lock-on's a little worried there. Speaking of which, also Team A needs a capital investment. Oh god, magazine editor, no! No comment, sorry. Alright, let's do a capital investment here. Get you guys' computers into shape. They're still moving super slow, but that appeal is kind of nuts. So I'm gonna let them cook. Everybody's doing okay right now, I think. Although I think R&D-B might have hit a little bit of a wall as far as appeal, which isn't great. Yeah, that whole rig he had on his head looks exhausting, it really is. It feels 80s as fuck, it really does. I don't know that you could have made it any other time. Alright, do you want to hire this guy? No, he's kind of mediocre. That's fine. Although, oh god, we could have used him to replace bi-weekly Akihabara. That would have been good, actually. Shoot, I didn't even think about that. Lobster 2 and Bad Thoughts are bonding over Buster Launcher. Alright, I don't know what's going on, but you two have a good time. Good for you. Good for you, guys. Yeah, the appeal has just stopped for R&D-B. We got Gunslinger, the theme is Star Hero, it's Action Hero. You know, you were doing good, but now I don't think this is going where I want it to be. I need you to put in some more effort. Yeah, that's still a pretty moderate budget, so yeah, that's fine. Alright, so that's gonna knock down their progress a whole bunch, but that's okay. And now the appeal's going up again, so that was the right move, I think. And he just finished the alpha again, so that didn't take too long. Image for the game is Stonehead. Alright. Alright, yeah, let's see where you go with this. I want to see where this is going. Oh no, bi-weekly Akiba, what did you do? You let a computer virus in, damn it. Cut the power conduit. No, go ahead, it's not working. Resources down 3. Shit. Stop all the downloading. Oh, good, that worked. Woo, thank you, Fensler Films, for teaching me everything I need to know about computers. The director's cut is 113 minutes, the European version. The US cut ran from 89 minutes. Holy crap, that is a lot of cuts. I've seen it a couple times. I don't know which ones I've seen, though. More like bi-weekly goof-ups. A fool. Danger is lurking around every corner. Moe has been attacked by a bug. Hit him with her saber. And he defeated the bug. Excellent. Alright, R&D-A is making something insane. I'm really excited to see where this is gonna go. Help limit up. Yeah, like they're getting excited about it too. That is good to see. Although Mecha King is not feeling it. Oh, his motivation's down. Shoot. Alright, what time team member? He's charismatic. Let's go ahead and work on that. We just refreshed our items, so let's give him woman's number. Get their motivation up. How's everybody else doing here? Oh god, his motivation and stamina are really low. We just restored you guys. So he's charismatic as well. He really doesn't look like the type of person I would like to give a woman's number to, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. And then we'll hit him with a couple of polyvitins. Running very low on those. How's everybody else doing? His motivation's down, he's charismatic as well. Damn it. Alright, let's give him one too. I don't know where I have all these and I'm just handing them out to everybody, but here we are. Alright, I think they should be good, although I'll check on the director as well. His stamina's a little bit low, so we'll give him a polyvitamin while I'm here. I don't have to think about him for a little bit. They're proceeding extremely slowly, but it's looking like it's going to be a fantastic game once they're done. This isn't the kind of game I want to make, he says. Do your best on the next one then. Motivation 20 down, cooperation limit 2 up. Shit. That wasn't the answer he was looking for. Alright, RDC emergency meeting graphics issues. Try and work within the schedule. R's down 3%, appeal up 10. They are proceeding pretty slowly as well. Like, I am worried about the pace of R&D-A, but like, I'm gonna let him cook. Yeah, let's just change the entire game to suit you. I think he was actually saying he wanted to be on a different team is what he was hinting at there. Oh, great. Oh, God. The Moe has infected this team. What have I done? Make it like a tree and be better at your job. That does seem like a motivational poster you'd see him in an office. Yeah, this is what I want to make. Well, there's the door. I'm thinking of like Capcom, where like teams would poach each other frequently. Like you'd have people working on like Phoenix Wright, and like the Resident Evil team would be like, we need more people. Give us some of Phoenix Wright's people. Actual thing that has happened. No, Lobster 2! Lobster 2, put it back in your goddamn pants! Oh no! You see, this is what happens when you have to work in game development. When you have to run a game development studio, you have to deal with real world problems, like the fact your lobster gun developer is horny all the time. These are the things I have to put up with. It's horrible. It's horrible and I hate it. Also, bi-weekly Akiba's dying, which is also not great. I'm gonna give him an uncle and a friendship drop. He's doing bad. So let's see. We'll give him one of these. I got his stamina all the way up. And then we gotta give him a friendship drop. There we go, cooperation up. This is what happens when you work the lobster. See, I didn't think that all the things I'd heard about lobsters in game dev was correct, but now I'm learning it's true. It's true, that's what we're doing. He's a very emotional individual, which is, I respect it outside of the office, but in the office, dude, just on task. Regrets, I've had a few. That's what makes him such a good worker. Is he a good worker though? He's a good worker when he's here. Board James, I don't think you're thinking of Prince of Egypt. I think was it Prince of Egypt or was it something else? I think it was something else, but I know the story you're talking about, which is hilarious. They assumed that no one was gonna watch Shrek, and that's amazing. He's cooked! Yeah, there's no getting around that, I guess. Alright, Red Cloak, what's up? I could use some advice. I don't want to do work that ends up being redundant. I'll let you notice, I'll give you notice if there's any changes. Red Cloak's cooperation 30 up, motivation 10 down. How does that work? Alright, they got their alpha completed. Good, good. Solo target. Alright, you're making something cool, so I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you go. We'll see how that goes. Except for the fact that the realistic finish date is after the end of the game, we might have to work on that. That might be a problem. I didn't realize that. That's a bit of an issue. Yeah, some of these are not going to be finished in time. I didn't realize that. Amy's getting all kinds of comments on online forums. Any reaction's a good thing in some respects. Motivation 20 up, cooperation 20 up. There we go. Alright, so they're getting for beta. R&D-B's doing good at least. We got them going. Tank Macho's doing good. Oh, it was Prince of Egypt. Alright, I thought it was something else for some reason. Yeah, Red is actually making a different game. He's had a breakthrough. I'm proud of him. I am proud of him. Alright, Lobster 2's back. How'd it go? He met at the school infirmary with a very cute girl who looks like... Oh, God. Falling from the poolside, he got close, and then what happened? Nope, rejected again. Look, I've got a plan for you here, Lobster with a gun. I've got an idea for you here. Just give it some thought. But how about celibacy? Huh? Don't knock it till you try it. Also, do your goddamn job. All right, Bath Hater's doing good. Excellent. Peak mode. Also, what's going on with my designer there? What's happening? Oh, motivation's super low. Jesus. All right, so he's cooperative. Oh, a bunch of people are having trouble on this team. Jesus. So that's a meal ticket, right? Yes. Go, he's doing better. Her motivation's critically low. She's cooperative as well. We'll give her one of those. There we go. And also, Mechamaniac. He's charismatic. So we will give him a woman's number. There we go, he's doing better. And lastly, Flower Group Leader, he's cooperative as well, so we need to give him a meal voucher also. Alright, we're not out of that yet. Alright, ooh, what do we got going on here? Alright, his cooperation and stamina are both critically low. So, take care of them as well. I'm proud of you, Macho Booster, but I'm in the middle of some stuff. Get back to you. Alright, so I will use an Uncle Star on Tree. That'll get his stamina back up. And then we'll use a friendship drop that'll get his cooperation up. Oops, and what's going on there? Whoa, oh jeez! Alright, Lockout is not doing good. Is the rest of the team doing okay? Not really? Jesus, alright. Like, this wasn't the team I used a healing spring, was it? I don't think it was, but they're, once again, not doing great. Oh, no, come on. Oh, Tree. Oh, I'm from the HR department of a certain famous company. I'll cut to the chase, why not work for us? Tree, your license to kill skills are what we need. Wait, Tree, I'll give you a raise. Yeah, there we go. Already stuck around. Oh god, they're doing really bad. I think I'm out of healing spring, so I'd have to actually leave and get one. Which I'm gonna do, because they're in very bad shape. And I think this is gonna be cheaper than just getting them a bunch of items. Let's see, did I ever ask what was your first gaming handheld or no? I don't think it did. My first gaming handheld was Game Boy Color, which I still have somewhere, I think. No, I traded that one in for a Game Boy Advance later on, and the Game Boy Advance I still have. But I did have a Game Boy Color for a little while. Yeah, I have a plan for you. How about being forever alone? How about you just stop dating? It's not working out for you, I'm telling you. Did that lobster just come back quoting Stitch? He might have. Seems like it. Yeah, maybe Lobster and Bad Thoughts get bond over rejection. I feel like that'd end up with some sort of spiral. I don't know if I want that to happen. Well, there goes all of my money. That may have been a risk, but see what we can do. All right. So let's use the healing spring on these guys. See if that'll get them back on track. Because I desperately need them to get back on track. Alright. So that restored like everything. Got him back in action. Mr. Seshibon, he says. Alright, I'm gonna hire him because bi-weekly Akiba sucks and I kinda want to replace him. Alright. Then we're gonna go to human resources. And let's see. Oh no, he's a programmer, shoot, alright. Well, do we have, oh, I can replace Bad Thoughts finally. He has been garbage for a very long time. Yeah, Mr. Seshibon's a designer. I feel like replacing Bad Thoughts might be not. Do I have two of them? I have two of them, god damn it. Alright, he's replacing the Team C Bad Thoughts because that guy's in a bad shape anyway. There you go, Mr. Seshibon. And, you, I'm just gonna fire you. Bad Thoughts, you're a troublemaker, and you've done some good work, but also you're a thorn in my side. Get out of here. Get lost. Guy walking through the fortified gates into the dev room and trying to poach workers at their desk as they're working is not walking out on his own legs. I mean, I do have like a bat or something. I can break his legs. Ooh, Chris, you had a PSP. Did you have any games you particularly liked from that one? That one's a cool one. Yeah, get an extra grand a month to stay. 100,000 yen, though. I'm not sure what that translates to, but still, that is pretty sweet. Alright, so we're good there. Alright, so looks like our R&D B is going to be the next step. Dogma's new game release is coming, though. That's not great. Alright, magazine editor. No comment, sorry. Yeah, when is Dogma's next game coming out? 9-5. Alright, and right now it is 9-3. Alright. We're about to take a big hit then. A Mecha King! Oh, damn it. And there goes Mecha King. Crap. Alright, Dogma's new game's coming out. Brace yourself, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, this is gonna be tough. Lazarus, welcome in. An extra 800 bucks a month. That is pretty sweet. I'd take that. And Evening, how are you doing today, Les? Hope you're doing well. Oh, Midnight Club. Yeah, that's a good solid one. And of course, Vice City Stories. A classic. Oh, jeez. All right. The Dogma just released a new game. Title, Gig. Target audience, trendy young people. They're well-known gaming segment right there. Trendy young people. Genre, sound action. An ambitious game that recreates the chaos of a secret live concert performance. Choose an instrument, guitar, bass, drums, or vocals, and keep playing without interruptions while taking down unruly troublemakers. That does sound fun, actually. I kind of like that one. Favorite guitar is not out of commission, but has output jack issues. Ooh, that is unfortunate. I know that's not an easy fix. Started working on your second AAA game of the year and your first Souls-like. Hell yes. Congratulations, Laz. Sounds like this is the year of Laz. That's awesome. Good to hear. Let's see. The violent sound and action have struck a chord with young people's sensibilities. Stop! Oh, God! Why? Why? Oh! Oh, jeez. Wow! Dogman's taking some. I don't want to say they ate our lunch, but they ate our lunch, man. Oh, God. It's not looking great. It's not looking great. I mean, honestly, like I said, to get the true ending, you have to get 100% market share. I think at this point, honestly, we're just going to try and survive. If we can survive to the end, you were looking away when it happened. How bad is it? We're down to 17%. We are down to 17%. Oh. All right, Dogma's next release is going to be in the Christmas season, 12/21. And we've got 117 days yet left. Oh, God. All right. We are down to 17%. We've got 4 months left. So we're going to end like right around in January. So we need to try and basically we need to start flogging all of the teams to see if they can get done by Christmas. Because we don't have any other time. And Christmas is a great time to release as well because the market is fantastic. So yeah, we'll start pushing people here. We'll start pushing them. Stoff wants to know about how you're feeling about your loyal fan base. Oh, God. Feeling lonely? Oh, yeah, sure, say it, sure. I hope spring's eternal, I guess. Shane, is crunch time. Hey, Will, Dogma released a new game, and apparently people like it a whole bunch. It's unfortunate. Oh yeah, we can start saying some dates to their porter guy probably. So we can flog them properly. Oh, God. So we can beat Dogma by a day. That's true. That's true. We'll see what they might have other releases planned, which is terrifying. We got to check that out too. Oh, Jesus. All right. Get back to it, I guess. Let's see how we're looking. So they're not going to release till March. That's a problem. We're going to have to really kick them into gear. Team B is doing good. They're going to release on time. Did that say 6? Jesus. All right, this is really bad. All right, B's beta complete at least. Theme for the game is mechanical stage and the genre is action. Yeah, you're doing all right here. Keep going. That's fine. So they're going to release on time, I think, and that's going to be a good release. C and A, I don't know. I don't know about those guys. I'll tell you this, though. We're going to drop a capital investment. We're going to drop a capital investment, at least get them in good shape. Install some high-end PCs. That did move up the realistic finish. 628, that is not happening. Capital investment, let's give them a big cash injection too. That did nothing, unfortunately, to the release date. Papa Boy Mega Mayhem, I'd play that. You don't get to name your game only because the releases are actual factual Sega games. Like games we've released before have been Streets of Rage 1 and 2 and Shining in the Darkness. So like, that's kind of hilarious, I think. Kind of amazing how that works. All right, dev progress up. All right, them we might actually be able to get to release on time too. Speaking of, does Dogma have anything else on their schedule? All right, Dogma only has one game on their schedule. So that is all we need to get out there. If we can get a couple of games out before Christmas, I think we're gonna be in good shape. I gotta blow my nose. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere, folks. All right. Can't wait to hug your copy of Shining in the Darkness. Oh man, that is a good thing to have right there. All right. Let's see, how are we doing cash right now? We're doing good on cash, so let's give them a capital investment too. Just give everybody some really solid hardware to work on. There we go. And then let's see how he's doing. He's not doing so great. His motivation's down. He's charismatic. Let's see what we can do about that. The last women's number I have available right now. That's not great. And I don't have any more money, so that's also very nerve-wracking. And everyone's stamina is getting a little bit low too, which is not ideal. I kind of wish you could see what their stats are from the use item menu, because then I wouldn't need to be bouncing back and forth between menus all the time here. Alright, Mecha King's back, thank God. Alright, you keep working there. Polygon Man's okay for right now. Oh, geez, Underwater Macho's having a bad time. He needs stamina, he needs motivation, he needs cooperation. And he's a maniac on the dev floor. So we'll see what he needs for that. Let's see, maniac devs as their motivation need. Bishoujo figures, of course. That makes perfect sense. How did I not realize that in my own? That's obviously what he needs. Then we'll also give him an Uncle Star. There we go. And finally, we'll give him a Friendship Drop. Oh yeah. Alright, so we should be alright. Oh, Macho Booster is, his motivation will be okay, but we need to get his stamina and cooperation up, so let's do that. So we will use an Uncle Star on him. There we go, and then let's also use a Friendship Drop on him. Cool. Everybody else doing okay here? His talent's bad, which I've never actually had to mess with somebody's talent before, but the good thing is that means we've actually got items for that, which is Genius Bread. Let's give him some of that. There, his talent's better. That'll work. Underwater Macho's motivation is underwater. Painful, but true. And also Tank Macho, stamina low and cooperation low. We're running out of friendship drops, but we gotta do what we gotta do. So let's give him an Uncle Star. Yo, this is the next team that's gonna release, so this is basically the team that's gonna give us the money to buy more of this stuff. We're gonna have to count on them for that. Alright, R&D-A, everybody's getting excited. Cool. Get into it, dudes. Alright, we got some dark-looking dudes over here. What's going on here? Low stamina, of course, like everything else. So let's give him a couple of polyvitins. There we go. We're getting so close to the finish line, but we're getting dangerously low on resources, which is the scary thing. I think they're doing okay otherwise, I hope. Chinese dresses. I do think they're cute. There's that at least. All right. Doing good there. Yeah, Polygon Man does need some more stamina, I suppose. All right. Drop a couple of Polyvitins on him. Because he is one of our best devs. We can't really afford to lose him. Go. I think everybody's doing okay. We're gonna keep an eye on B because they're the next one to release. Mecha Maniac wants some advice. Not feeling well. Can I go to the hospital? Yeah, your health comes first. Motivation 20 down. Well, my charisma went up some. Ouch. I mean, you gotta go to the hospital when you're sick. That's just a thing. Oh god, and he's charismatic. Wait, did we run out of items for charismatic characters? I think we did. Yeah, we did. Shoot. Alright. I don't even have anything to restore his. Oh no, Moi Moi's getting a little uncomfortable. Where is that? Programming! No! Programming Chief, come on! I gave you a oh god, he's not handling his promotion well. Alright. That means R&D-B is frozen until he gets back. Shit, we needed them to release. We really needed them to release very badly. Shit. That's really bad. That's really bad. Okay. Alright, nothing we can do though. We just gotta hold out. Load times feel too long. It's okay. It's just a long story. Don't worry about it. You don't have time to worry about it. Isn't this fine as is? Takes time, but the effects are flashier. Peel up 10%, progress up 5%, talent down 20%. Oh, Jesus. Ouch. Alright, so Bath Hater needs some motivation. And he's a maniac. So we've got those at least. We can give him a Bishoujo figure. Dude needs some Moe or he may die. Maybe a Principal Peter? Possibly, possibly. Alright, he's doing okay. What's going on up here? Oh, his motivation's super. Oh, he's charismatic. We don't have anything for him. I guess I could give him a Polyvite at least. Get him some energy. We got nothing else though. Crap. Alright, RDC finished their alpha. What are you looking at? 4 people plus 1 monster party. Alright, that's new. Judging out by how the staff are doing, it might be a bit tough. Was this A or C? I think this was C, and C was the one that was way behind the schedule, right? Yeah, we're gonna have you guys make it cheaper, unfortunately. Oh, they finished their beta now. Holy shit. Alright. 5-person party? Well, you already did that shit. I mean, we don't have a choice. We gotta release. We gotta release something. Getting right into it. When do you plan to release it? Good question. We're gonna release by 12:20 at the latest. 12:20, yeah. 12:21. Wait, why does it say progress 100%? Are they done? I'm gonna no comment. I don't know what's going on here. Why does it say 100% for RDC? Alright, I guess they're ready to release? I mean, it's gonna sell badly because it's a rehash, but we need something out there, I guess. The appeal's high, I guess. Let's see what the market is right now before we drop anything. It's a sluggish market, so let's hold out a little bit. Oh, thank God, Programming Chief's back. Oh God, thank God he had an epiphany. We really desperately needed that. Full bottle! Oh, hey, dude, what's going on? No, we're gonna pass, though. Are we gonna pass? I don't know, his stats are decent. I bet we could fit him in somewhere. Sure, we're gonna hire you on. And let's go to HR, see if we can find a place to fit him in. We hired friggin' full bottle, I can't believe it. Jesus. Where do we want to drop him in? We could finally get rid of Moe Moe. That might not be a bad thing. Oh God, also Mechamaniac Mark II is doing really bad right now, so let's swap them out. I don't think people actually recover, like, while they're in the research lab, which is really weird. Full bottle, you're replacing Mechamaniac, he's not doing so hot. Wonder if he's full of himself. We hired the bottle, we did. We freaking did. Oh God, his motivation's in the toilet, his stamina's in the toilet. Oh God, we can fix one of those things. We'll give him an Uncle Star. Alright, R&D meeting. Fix only the concerning parts. Market is sluggish, I really don't want to release right now. Might not have a choice though. Oh, he's Maniac, we can actually work with that then. Alright, so let's give him the Shoujo figure. There we go, and I don't have any more friendship drops, so we're gonna have to deal with that. Emergency meeting graphics issues. Oh God, if it's not noticeable, leave it as is. Progress up 30%, good. Oh God, I don't want to release in a sluggish market. It's okay, it's fine, don't worry about it. Alright, R&D beta is complete. Solo target Emperor's Fortune. Alright, yeah, keep going. That's fine. I keep hoping for the market to get better than sluggish, and I don't think it's gonna happen. And also, he's down. Shit, his cooperation's super low. We're gonna have to just drop this game very soon. Yeah, we're just gonna have to drop it, unfortunately. It's a slow market, but we gotta get some cash. We gotta get something out there. Hiring the bottle instead of the drunk! It's weird times, is what it is. Alright, release the game. Actually, wait, hang on. Before we release the game... Alright, we've got some cash, so... let's put some PR into it. Let's see if we can spice it up a bit with that. Let's do... let me... hang on, I gotta count how many zeros that is. Make sure I'm not spending too much money. I don't want to spend that much money on it. Let's run some magazine ads for it. Appeal up 10%, we can do that. Alright, time to release. It's a big gamble releasing in a sluggish time period, but we need something. Not our worst release. Not our worst release. That's some cash, I'll take it. Oh, hey, look, we made Shining Force again. Damn it! I don't think it's actually 14 trillion. Basically, the guy who did the fan translation for this had trouble fitting the number of zeros needed to translate the numbers. So he ended up basically having to come up with his own shorthand in order to denote the numbers that were here. Which I've never seen a game have a problem with that before, but then also I've never seen a game with fan translation with numbers this big before. Right, exactly. So, like, when he was translating it to the Roman numerals, it just could not fit everything in there. Right, so that was probably, like, he didn't have a lot of space to work with, is what I'm assuming. So, it's not actually the trillions, just, like, how he had to denote the numbers here. The game is a rehash of a previous game, so consumer interest was low. It's fine, and it was a slow month. That's okay, we got a little pocket change. Star group leader can be promoted to director. Oh, I don't think we can really swing that right now, unfortunately. And flower group leader can also be a director, but we don't have time for that. We don't have time for that shit. Oh god, that only got us 4% market share. Oh jeez, alright, 68 days left, we're getting close. Again, survival is basically all this comes down to at this point. We just gotta survive whatever their last strike is gonna be. Because they're probably gonna put out something big for Christmas and we just need to be able to survive that. That's it. That's it. Ironic that Sega made a game about market share on the DC during their last console generation. I mean, if I haven't mentioned before, this is a game about the downfall of Sega, made during the downfall of Sega by Sega. Like, it's not ironic, like, this was intentional. This is very clearly the product of some game devs that were very frustrated and very stressed and very scared. And I think they saw the writing on the wall. And I think this game was... How do you put it even? I think this game was them attempting to rally against the hopelessness they were feeling. I think this game was them attempting to vent their frustration about the situation they found themselves in and the inevitability they seemed to be coming up against. The fact this game exists at all is something of a miracle. I've never seen a company be this honest about themselves before. But yes, if I haven't mentioned the timing before, literally 2 weeks after this game was released, they announced that they were discontinuing the Dreamcast. So I don't think this game was prophetic so much as, like, it was obvious from the inside. Let's see, I follow one of the artists that worked on this on Twitter. Holy shit, yeah, 2 weeks. 2 weeks after this game dropped. So yeah, this is one of the final, the console release, the physical release of this was one of the final physical releases for Dreamcast from Sega. Yeah, this was right there at the end. That absolutely was that. Like, you can feel it. You can feel it. Like, for as goofy and silly and surreal as this game is, there is a real undercurrent of terror in the background. This feeling that the villain in this game, Dogma, has us outmatched. They have us outplayed. They are too big. They are too powerful. We cannot take them on. Like, that's real, man. Like, holy shit. Everything about this game is just so unbelievable. It's not that no other company would never make this, it's that I can't believe any company made it. I can't believe this game exists. Absolutely baffling is what it is. Oh no, we gotta get some more resources before we get back in there. Head back to HQ, whoops. We gotta get some friendship drops and some meal tickets before we head back in. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's the strange thing is, like, Sega did survive. Sega's still around. Sega's still making games internally. But yeah, they definitely did change, and definitely it was a rough time. And like, I think a lot of companies, as they're like experiencing a huge downturn, I feel like they're, rightfully so, I feel like they're embarrassed by what's going on. I feel like there's a sense of failure, and that's not something you really want to be public about. So I'd understand why no one else would do this. And it became a beloved classic. Did it? Like, how many people even know this game exists is my question. Yeah, there's a story on Wikipedia that the developer of this game, he was given a marketing budget of $200 for this game, and he spent half of it on a pro wrestling mask, and then literally just put on the mask and was standing outside Sega's corporate headquarters, handing out flyers and stuff and telling people about the game. Yep, that's what he says the entire marketing budget was. Interestingly enough, too, this game almost, the fact I'm holding this in my hand is a bit of a miracle. Because this was originally released for the Dreamcast download service. Originally, this game did not get a physical release. But it did well enough on the Dreamcast download service that they did eventually print a copy. But if they hadn't done that, we wouldn't be able to play this today. This game would be lost. This game would be gone. This game would be a memory that we wish we could play. Everything about this is just implausible. Yeah, how do you market this game? Hey, want to play a game about how badly we're fucking up at Sega? Wouldn't you like to play a game about how badly Sony is eating our lunch? Oh God! What is this game? Baffling, is that's what it is. You can see, Laz, why this game was my white whale for a long time. Like, I desperately wanted to play this game. And I've been told by people that do translation professionally that the translation of this game is not spectacular. But also just the fact I can play it at all right now, I consider a miracle, and I will take it. I'll take it, that's fine. Beggars cannot be choosers. I'm gonna have to take what I can get. What the guy said was that he said he did a first pass with AI, and then him and I think 5 other people went through the script line by line, and they just used that as like a rough draft. And they said they still had they still had the original script, they still had the translated script, and they're looking at the 2 lines, they're being like, does that look right? And yeah, it's not great. But the fact is that this game is nearly 25 years old, and you might disagree here, but here's the thing, is like, I don't think there's any game out there, quite possibly, that is more difficult to translate than this game. Because nearly every line of dialogue in this game either has some Japanese puns, or some references to some unbelievably obscure Sega games, which mostly never came out in English, or some jokes about the internal culture at Sega, which, in case you have some very intimate knowledge of the company, you wouldn't really understand the context right there. So this is just such a monumentally difficult game to translate. I can understand why it has never been translated before. It is unfortunate. And there have been, in the last decade or so, there's been several attempts to translate this game. And most of them have been stymied by technical problems, which is understandable. And some of them have just, gotten into the script and saw what they were getting into and they walked away. Exactly. So, this isn't ideal, and this isn't the way I want it to be done. And I'll tell you one good thing about this. One good thing about this is the guy who made this released his script extraction tools. So if somebody else wants to do a better translation of this game, the technical side of it is mostly solved. All you have to do is download his tools, you'll be able to extract the script, you'll be able to put the edited script back in. That part you do not have to worry about anymore. That's a solved problem. That's fantastic. very generous of them to release that as well. I think that is awesome. So that is good. And like, hopefully that means that someday we will get a better script. Although, like I said, I don't know that we will, since it is such a monumentally difficult script to translate. You may have to do that for your next fan project. If you want to, you can. But like I said, you're climbing a mountain here, man. I would not. I feel bad for anybody that has to try this, because this is such a nightmare to translate. Oh, Splatter World. I actually just saw a Tonda playing that the other day. I don't know where that translation came from, but Splatter World I've always been really curious about. The whole Splatter House and its galaxy of spin-offs is so bizarre to me. Very strange. Current translation is bad. Unfortunate. So yeah, I will say this translation isn't impossibly bad. There are a lot of places where you can tell there was a human being working on this, because there were some jokes that would not have been caught otherwise. But also you can see, like, yes, there are some jokes and Japanese references that did not quite get caught, did not quite get handled as well as they could have. I am happy this exists in some form, because I have been waiting for well over a decade to play this game, and honestly, I acknowledge there was a chance I was never going to be able to play this. And I am more content to play this in an imperfect form than I would be to not play it at all. But yes, hopefully someday there will be a superior translation of it. I'll tell you this, I'm assuming there's never going to be an official translation. I don't think Sega would. I cannot imagine that Sega would ever actually pay cash money to translate this for an American audience, because honestly, even if they did, who's the target audience for this in the Western territories? I don't know, man. I don't know. But yeah. Though honestly, if you are an aspiring fan translator out there, I don't know that I'd recommend that you do this one, just because it's just such a beast, such an absolute beast. There's easier projects out there that still do need translation, that is just like more of a straightforward project. This is a nightmare, it truly is. Oh, Freddy Krueger! They called him Grady at first instead of Gretty. Ouch. Yeah, it's a big miss right there, unfortunately. But I mean, I guess that's how it is with pop culture stuff. Also, Laz, you gotta remember, like you and me, we gotta remember when was the last time that a Freddy Krueger movie came out. It's part of our pop culture canon, but like, is it for everybody now? Are you sure? We had an incident at work where me and one of my coworkers were talking about the movie War of the Roses, which is the fun fact, the only movie that was ever directed by Danny DeVito. And we were talking about it, and while we were talking about it, one of my younger coworkers is on his phone Googling this. And me and my coworker are just like gushing over what a fun movie that is. And then my coworker on his phone, he just goes, "Damn, this movie came out before I was born." And then I took critical hit damage. Direct hit for critical damage. So when you're thinking about pop culture references and translations, remember that too. Remember, times they are a-changing. Oh, Jesus. Oh yeah, 7 translators is too many. You're not going to get good translation there. Hey, amazing one, welcome in. Is this before Sim? Oh no, this is way after SimCity. The remake of Nightmare on Elm Street was 2010. I didn't think it was that. I thought it was more recent than that, honestly. That's painful. Oh, jeez. Yeah, you want to make sure that you can keep a consistent vibe across it, and you want to make sure that like things are getting translated consistently. And the more cooks you put on the soup, the more problems you have. All right, let's get back in the game dev room. All right, so R&D-C is starting fresh. R&D-A, they've got some issues. Is there anything I can do for these guys? All right, so his stamina's in the crapper. We can fix that. That we can fix. So, let's use an Uncle Star on him. There we go. Man-child's feeling better. Hell yes. Mecha Maniac's not feeling great either. Let's give him a couple of polyvitins. There we go. We are running dangerously low on resources, so like we gotta be careful here. We gotta be super friggin' careful. Oh, his stamina's low too. Shit. No, come on! Oh no, he's getting poached! Your Dine and Dasher skills are what does that even mean? What? Hey, I'll give you a raise. You're a good dude. Alright, good, he's sticking around, good. What does that mean? I don't even understand what English words that you mean anymore. I'm dying. Oh god. It's Grasha, you were gone. What game did we suddenly put out and how often did we make it before? We put out Shining Force again for a second time, but it sold okay. It was alright. Yeah, 16 years ago, that's agony. I mean, my coworker's in his 20s. I mean, just because it came out in their lifetime doesn't mean it's part of their pop culture lexicon. If they were too young, you know, there's that. All right. All right, so how's he doing? Is he doing better? He's kind of doing better. They're not currently on schedule to make it out on time, so that one might need to be kicked out the door. We're still in a sluggish market, which is not ideal. But also, like, times are tough. Times are tough. I think we're gonna end up kicking another game out the door. I think we are. I would love to release by Christmas, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. How are we doing on cash? We're doing good on cash. Let's do some big advertising for this one. Let's see if that'll take things up a little bit. Let's see. Guerrilla ads inside trains. Let's try that. Let's try that. Appeal 33% up. Hell yes. Oh god. Fine, Polygon Man. It's literally 5 minutes before the finish of the game dev, but yeah. Yeah, you couldn't make it those last 5 minutes. That's fine. I completely understand. And yeah, Robert Englund was the best. I absolutely agree there. Alright. I really don't want to release into a sluggish market, but like, we can't wait 2 months for it to come out. We'll release it now. Not gonna be ideal, but we'll see what we can do. Actually, that's really solid. All right, okay. I know that one. Fucking Dynamite Eddie. Yes. I'm wondering if we actually sold more copies of Dynamite Heady than were sold for the actual game. Decent sales for a sluggish market, I'll take it. We must be doing something right here. Oh yeah, Kane Hodder for Jason. I don't know what it is about his physicality, but he gets it. Like he's something about what he does. Oh, yeah, all right. No notable issues in the market. Oh, all right. So they're saying it wasn't. Maybe one day actually changed what the market was. That could be a thing. We got some more pocket change. Thank God, we are so desperate for resources right now. We'll keep the team together, though I don't think they have time for anything else. All right, we're back up to 31% market share, so I'm feeling a little bit more comfortable, but we had hit a high of 40, and we still haven't gotten back up there yet. You know, Tim Curry as Pennywise, like, he was good. He was good, and he was scary, but also I like what the new guy's doing, too. I think that's one where there's some different interpretations, different ways you could go with it. All right, we got 2 months left. 59 days till the end. Oh, God. All right. So let's make a save first. And we'll save over this one, I guess. Yeah, that'll work. All right. Save over that. That might be our last save before the end of the game. We'll see. All right, so basically the only thing that has any chance of releasing now, it looks like, is R&D-A. We'll try and nurture them as best we can, see if they can get it out on time. Hopefully get some good sales there. We will hope. Let's hit the store, see if we can stock up on what we need here. We've got a couple of Uncle Stars. I'm not going to worry too much about that right now. Let's head back to Akibara. And we need to stock up on a couple things here. Only works at McDonald's. Oh my God, I'd watch that. Oh yeah, that guy that I hired that was like 6 foot something, like absolutely huge, that was doing the alien suit. Yeah, that guy was a beast. All right, get some good rest, Sport James. Thanks for stopping by. All right. I wouldn't trust any casting rumors out of DC just because DC, especially when it comes to superhero movies, tends to announce and then cancel movies at the speed of light. So we'll see if that sticks around. All right, we'll buy a couple more friendship drops. Pretty certain we'll need some of those. And then let's hit the other store too. A couple things we need there. Mega Science, not quite, although that maybe was a missed opportunity. How are you doing today? How's everything going with you? Alright, we'll stock up on Bishojo figures. There we go. And, ooh, meal tickets. We need a couple more of those. Do that. And some more women's numbers is also a thing we need. Keep a little bit of cash in reserve, I guess. I'll see if we can afford like one more friendship drop. Been lurking and listening. Excellent. Hope you enjoyed your lurk. Oh, Pet Cemetery. There's an old classic right there. I do like that one. Can you afford one more friendship drop? We're desperately low on cash. No friendship drops was here. Maybe not. Was it at the other Akiba store? It might have been. Head back there. And then we're just basically going to put our head down for the last phase of development. I think I might actually disband some of the teams. If they're not going to make a game in time, we don't need to be wasting money on those. We cannot afford another one. Unfortunate. How are numbers so expensive? Just use a phone book. Yeah, like Pet Cemetery is one of those movies where I'm not sure we've seen like a perfect adaptation, but also I'm not sure we're going to. I don't know what it is about Stephen King books that makes their movies so cursed, but like, I feel like we haven't seen a perfect one-to-one adaptation. I think my preferred one is the original adaptation. I like that one best, but I think there is room for improvement out there, I'll say. All right, so let's see where we're at. R&D-B. Oh god, R&D-B. I don't know why it says realistic finishes. Oh, that's the end of the game, probably. All right, R&D-C we can disband. So yeah, it's just R&D-A. All right, so human resources. So yeah, we'll just disband these teams. That's fine. Just making our last sprint to Christmas, putting all of our resources into this one game. Just going for it as hard as we can. Make sure I'm on the right one here. Yeah, so A is the one we're keeping. All right, just had to make sure I didn't want to accidentally screw this up. Writes his horror stories from his dreams. He did mention that sometimes, but also like some of them are based on like his real life fears as well. And also during the 80s, he was doing a lot of cocaine, and he mentioned that also influenced a lot of his stories. Which in retrospect, that does kind of make some sense. Yeah, I can see that. Stephen King, one of my favorite horror authors of all time. I really enjoy his stuff. For what it's worth, if you want to know which one I think is scariest, The Library Policeman, one of his short stories. That's a favorite of mine. I really enjoyed that one. Let's see. Cat's Eye and Thinner. Yeah, I think horror stories often are easier to do when they're short, which is why every time I see a horror TV show, like, I'm interested, but also if you're telling me you got like 20 hours of horror, I don't know if that's going to work okay. And that's why you see a lot of horror shows like Supernatural. Supernatural, the first season was very much a horror show. And then they moved away from that and made it more of an action-adventure show. Which still worked out okay. I still do enjoy Supernatural, but like, I think that was the right decision. What, you don't want to release a game at 30% complete, just call it Chapter 1? Oh, too real, Trey Dog. Yeah, Supernatural is a solid show. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy that one. All right. So it's all down to A. Can they release by Christmas? That's our question. Oh man, are you afraid of the dark? Oh man. I have a theory that everyone that grew up with Are You Afraid of the Dark has at least one phobia that they acquired from Are You Afraid of the Dark. Like for me, mirrors in dark rooms creep me out, and I'm pretty sure that's from Are You Afraid of the Dark. If there's anybody else in chat right now that grew up with that TV show, let me know. Do you think you have a phobia that may have been created or influenced by that show? I would love to hear. Trauma builds character, Grosjean. I mean, you're not wrong, but still. Jesus. All right. So now we can put our full focus into R&D-A here. But luckily we do finally have a friendship drop to give him, so let's do that. Stocked up on those as much as we could. Lock on, you get a friendship drop. There we go. What else can we do to kick this team into gear? Alright, his stamina's garbage and his cooperation's not great, but his cooperation's never been great. Let's give him an Uncle Star first. Let's do that. Oh, I've only got one? I thought Oh, the Uncle Stars are the good ones. I haven't been using the mediocre ones. Alright, I should have been doing that. That was my mistake. Alright, stamina up 50, that's good. All the trauma TV gave us? Yeah, we're characters. Just quite a character, they say. Oh, what was the Kiefer Sutherland one? Like, I think I know the one you're talking about. I'm drawing a blank about the name. Let's see, I remember the show, but I was already a teenager at the time, I think. So the show was aimed at, like, tweens, basically. It was targeted at kids around the age of like between 12 and 14, around there. So like it was definitely a little bit more than just a kids show. but, you know, still a very young audience. Don't like horror stuff now, so maybe horror movies themselves? Possible, that makes sense. Anytime I see, oh, you know, things used to be good in my day, but now they're bad, like, I need you to understand at least part of that as perspective, my friend. I need you to understand you are getting old now, and I'm sorry to tell you that. I'm sorry to be the one to break the news. Miss the days of practical special effects? I mean, there's still horror movies out there that use practical ones, just not the big ones in theaters anymore, for the most part. And I do think there will be a return to them at some point. I think there is going to be a backlash against CG at some point. There's going to be a renaissance of practical effects. We just haven't gotten there yet. Gotcha, Kissa, that makes sense. Yeah, somebody mentioned, they're like, hey Shane, I was watching one of your really old streams and wow, you haven't changed a bit. I'm like, oh no, there was no gray in my beard when I started streaming. There is now. Which is friggin' horrifying to think about. The fact that during the course of my streaming career, I acquired gray in my beard. That's friggin' weird, man. It's friggin' weird. I don't know what to do with that. Alright, that got him some more stamina. He needs some more, but not like he does need some more. God, I am completely out of polyvitamins. It's horrifying. Alright, we'll give him an uncle. There we go. I don't think anybody's in critical shape now. Let's keep rolling there. Alright, so the realistic finish date is a bit late, but I think I can still shove this out on time, if need be. I only started getting gray in my beard like a month ago. I only turned 39. Oh, geez. I have... Like, the strange thing is every once in a while, when I look at my hairbrush, there'll be like one hair that is entirely gray all the way through. I don't know where they're coming from on my head. I haven't found that yet. I've only seen the gray in my beard, but it's coming. It's coming. It's stress, okay? Oh, it's happening. All right, Kissa, you enjoyed dinner. I hope you got something tasty, and we'll definitely want to hear about it afterwards. Oh, you can see him in there? I haven't seen him in my on my actual head yet. I've only seen him in the beard, but it is definitely coming. Alright, what do we need here? What do we need? Whew. Alright, Tree's stamina is direly low. We're gonna have to fix that. So yeah, you're getting an uncle. Go. And what does he need over here? His stamina's pretty low too. I don't really have many of these left, unfortunately. But they're in the final stretch. Here we go. See the most gray where my beard meets my head here. Alright, it's weird how different people get it in different places. But then again, my beard has always been strange. Like, I always had like a stripe of blonde right in the middle, and I always thought it was going to like expand, and then it really didn't. It just sort of stayed right there. Maybe a little bit, but like not a lot. Alright. We're getting close. Alright, his motivation's down. He's a maniac. We do have items for that. We'll give him a shoujo figure, and he should be okay. Good deal, good deal. 4 years, Groshin, hell yeah. Find a full screen but in chat window. Oh no, Kissa. Appreciate you sticking around though. Yeah, their progress is going very badly. Their progress is going desperately slow, and I don't like that. Alright, his cooperation sucks. We are gonna have to fix that. We do have a couple friendship drops now. There we go. Alright, we got plenty of cash right now, so give them a bit of a capital investment. If that helps any. We're gonna have to get it out the door pretty soon, though, is the problem. Don't have a ton of time in that respect. Alright, so Tree's motivation is low. Something else, too. Oh, his cooperation is low, too. There's not a ton we can do about that. But motivation we can help with. And we'll give him a Bishojo figure as well. That's a Turatark 7 years, Jesus. My stats say I'm too young to be having, I say in the gray hair department, that's fair, that's fair. The new He-Man movie? I don't know. I don't know how you can make a good He-Man movie. Because, and I'm sorry, fellow children of the 80s, I know this may be a hot take for some of you, but like the core of He-Man is very stupid. And so the idea of making any sort of solid adaptation of it is like, I don't know, man, you're starting from a rough point, is what it was. I mean, you do need Frank Langella in there. That guy is like the guy, most definitely. Yeah, that Power Rangers movie, like that was an unforced error. They made a lot of mistakes in there they didn't need to make. Like, the Power Rangers 2017 movie was the very definition of this ain't your grandpappy's Power Rangers. They're like, we need to make this, we need to change everything about this, and somehow people didn't like it in the same way they liked the old one. Go figure. Hey Zohaku, welcome in. Yeah, that's Frank Langella. That's the guy right there. Yeah, Dolph Lundgren was doing a good job what he was doing, but yeah, he wouldn't be a good part for that anymore. It was nice getting to see those two in there, it's true, but I do think they completely missed what made the original good. And like, you can't just use the name, like you gotta hit a certain vibe if you're gonna get the kids interested, I think. Alright, we're getting very close to the release date now. We're getting dangerously close to the release date. So, alright, we basically have nothing to lose at this point, so let's go in a big PR blitz. Go on a huge, so the most you can spend on PR here is a 30-second nationwide TV ad, which that's way too expensive for my blood. We don't have that much cash. But we can totally do nationwide in-store demos. I think we can afford that. I think so? I gotta count the zeros again. That's 10 million yen. And how much do we have right now? Think we can afford that? Where does it show how much cash we've got on hand? Here we go. Oh, yeah, no, we can definitely afford that, I think. About 10,000 bucks? I mean, given the budget we've got to work with, that makes sense. Old cast rolling their eyes at the newcomers. Please, no, please stop making movies like that. Oh, God. What is the M there? Surely not a million? No, I don't think so. Again, this is the shorthand they had to invent to cram those characters in there. I'm not sure. I know the guy explained in the GitHub what the system was that he made. But like, honestly, like you said, this was just a tough situation, having to cram that many zeros into a very limited number of space. Alright, so let's do that. Nationwide in-store demos. 39% appeal up. That was fantastic. Alright, that worked out very well. Well, we gotta release real soon. We gotta get this thing out there, guys. Oh God, what's going on? Oh, his motivation's low. He's charismatic. We can fix that. We can fix that. Give him a woman's number. There we go. He's feeling better. We've got way more than 33 mil. We do. Alright, he's doing okay. think I want to release like maybe around the 18th or 19th. I want to make sure we get ahead of them. I do. Sorry, Mr. Momonoki. We don't really have time for you, unfortunately. I want to make sure we get ahead of the other team, so I want to release a little bit early. Let's double check they haven't changed their release date. Alright, so they're still scheduled for 12/21. So yeah, I don't want to release any later than the 19th, I think, just to make sure if they release early, we can still scoop them. Give me 1 second, I gotta blow my nose, I'll be right back. Oh yeah, I grew up with He-Man too, and I enjoyed He-Man as a kid, but it was definitely a show made for very small children. And like, trying to adapt that to a wider audience, like, I don't know, man. I don't know about that. The director's old and wants to rub in your face the young people in the show. I've talked before about how that's why like every superhero movie before Iron Man failed, because all of them were like, all of them really wanted to make a point that the source material was stupid, and that turned a lot of people away. And, except Blade. Blade was awesome. Blade fucking rules. I will definitely go to bat for Blade. But, like, if you want to see the opposite of that, I just finished watching season 2 of the live-action One Piece. And like, basically everything about the live-action One Piece doesn't make any sense that it should work, but they play everything completely straight. And somehow that means that it does work. You've got these characters with this incredibly stupid outfits and this incredibly stupid hair, and they're playing completely seriously, and they don't play everything completely straight, but like, you've got these characters that do look like the characters from the manga, and nobody's like pointing out how stupid they look for the most part. There's a couple jokes about it, but for the most part, they have these characters that look ridiculous and are just playing their actual characters. They're not playing just clowns because they look dumb. They're playing seriously, and it makes you kind of forget about the dumb hair and the dumb outfit. You get invested in the characters, you get invested in the storylines, and it works. And I think that is the message right there, is just play it straight. Just play it straight, just trust the audience is the ultimate message there, I think. Oh yeah, Mark Hamill, when he took over Skeletor, he did a great job. But also Mark Hamill has said, I need to stop doing voice acting that destroys my vocal cords. I can't keep doing that anymore. Unfortunately. Makes sense though. But also, yeah, anybody in here that hasn't seen the live action One Piece, check it out. It's solid. I don't know that it's possible to do a better live action adaptation than what they're doing right now. It's solid stuff. Oh man, Michael Keaton is probably my favorite Batman. I really loved him. That part in the original Batman movie, you want to get nuts? Let's get nuts! One of my favorite lines in any Batman movie. It's just, oh, he's so good. Would you recommend it to somebody that only has a vaguely understood basic plot points of One Piece? Yes, as a matter of fact. It is an excellent entry into the series, I think. They do concatenate a lot of stuff. So they compress a lot of stuff, but they don't gloss over stuff in a way that they expect you to be a reader of the manga. Because I am showing it to a friend that has not read the manga before, that has not watched the anime before. They're coming into this fresh, and they're not getting lost at all. I think they're definitely hanging on to it, and they're really enjoying it. They're having a great time with it. You quote her all the time, Laz. Hell yes, hell yes. Oh, funnily enough, you helped translate One Piece Pirate Warriors 3. Really? I actually own that game. I think it's sitting on the, yeah, it's sitting on the desk over there. Small world, holy crap. Who remembers the Trivia Pursuit question card about who hasn't been Batman? Oh yeah! What are the odds of that though, Turretonic? How did that even happen? Relied heavily on fan wikis for plot. That's fair. They're good for that. They really are. I've heard a lot of Star Wars writers do that too, where they have to look at the fan wikis to get all the intricacies of the things. Right. They're not trying to be an exact copy of the anime. They're kind of doing their own thing, which I respect. I like that. Arnold Schwarzenegger, my God. Your real name is in the credits, might not be. The client was horrible. I'm sorry, Laz, that's unfortunate. A lot of game companies are so garbage about crediting people. I hate that. Chill. God damn it. All right, so yeah, the release date is still set. Oh, hey, Red Cloak. Red Cloak getting into peak mode, nice. Also, while I'm thinking about it, I'm gonna go ahead and make a save state, because we haven't done that in a very long time, and I feel we need a little bit of safety here, because we are getting right down to the wire. Getting right down to it, as people are literally dropping in their seats. Oh God, his stamina and motivation are very low. He's charismatic, we can fix that. His items, we need to give him a woman's number. There we go. How else is everybody doing? His motivation's not great. He's charismatic as well. We can fix that. Getting so close here. Who killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age. That's not even a pun! It's killing me. Like 13. Oh yeah, that would have been a while ago, wouldn't have been? I enjoyed that game though, I enjoyed it. Safety save! Oh God, alright. Wait, how was I even just looking at? Shit. Lost track of where I was. Oh God, he's down! He's down! Alright, his motivation's super low. We gotta help him too. He's a maniac. Again, we can fix that. We'll give him a shoujo figure. There we go. Nope. Alright. He's back up. Were we looking at Mecha King before? We were. His motivation's down. He's charismatic. So, we'll give him a woman's number. Go, we got his motivation back up, cool. And how's he doing? Red Cloak, his stamina's down. I think we can just barely take care of that. We've got one stamina item left and literally that's it. But he's the director, we kind of need him to be good. We'll give that to him. There we go. We're running out of items here, it's so horrible. Take it to the other side. That does feel like that would fit in that movie. Alright. So near now. So very close. Alright, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go back into PR and advertising. Oh, sorry. Alright, so you can only do one PR campaign per month. That actually makes sense. That actually does make sense, alright. Alright, so we're planning on dropping on the 19th. We'll drop on the 19th. Come on. Alright. We got it up to 94% completion. That's gonna have to be good. That's all we're getting. Alright, release game. Below 100% completion. I know. We gotta get it out there. We need one last bit of buffer for whatever's about to get dropped on us. Let's release the game. The appeal is very high. This is our highest appeal game ever, and it should be a very good market. So let's see how this is gonna go. And Punisher, welcome in. How are you doing today? Come on, one last hit. Okay. All right. I think we just doubled our previous bestseller. Oh, Landstalker, dude, Landstalker is awesome. Yes. Any other Landstalker fans in here? This one's solid. This is a good game. Fucking sick. Ooh, what'd you pick up, Punisher? Ooh. That's awesome. That's our first A that we've gotten, too. We've gotten a bunch of A minuses. We haven't gotten just a straight A before. A lively market this month resulted in a major boost in sales. The stores are busy. Congratulations, sales exceeded 500,000 copies. Disband this team? No, but it doesn't really matter either. Yes! All right, new record for market share right there. We've received a congratulatory message from the president. Congratulations on reaching 50% market share. Keep up the good work. 51%, not bad. Not bad, I'll take that. Oh, man. Woo, very good picks right there, Punisher. I hope you enjoy Angerfoot. That one looks amazing. Please, continue giving it your best. All right, that brought us up to a C. We got 13 days left. I don't think we're going to accomplish much in that time. All right, do we just head back in there and kill time now, I guess? I think so. I think we basically just kill time now. All right, so they released a day late, actually. Oh no, released the previous day, gotcha. Graffiti Warrior Pain. Target audience, elementary school boys. Genre, drawing action RPG. Heroes drawn as graffiti by a young boy escape from the walls to battle villains. As the boy's creativity improves, so do the drawn heroes, leveling up in this unique system. This new approach and relatable heroes are attracting a lot of attention. Jesus Christ! Wow, okay. What? People really like that game, Jesus Christ. That hurt a lot. Oh, God. Yeah, God. That was a kick in the pants. Jesus. Oh, okay. 10 days. We're not going to release anything in 10 days. We're just killing time now. Oh, God. All right. Rush to the finish here. I'm glad you're doing great, buddy, but we're not going to get anything out the door. Today's Christmas. Are you working over New Year's? Where else to go anyway? Maybe I'll head home early today. Maybe I'll actually go home tonight. I just don't feel like going out today. Not like anyone's waiting for me at home. What was I doing this time last year, I wonder? Mecha King is doing great. It's fantastic. I'm really proud of you. Quick release Mr. Driller. I love Mr. Driller. Yeah, I'm not going to release a game at 2% completion. That's horrifying. Even I've got standards. This is a huge problem. We've hit the 3-year deadline. Today is December 31st, 2027. The 3 years granted to Segagaga have come to an end. Final result is 27% market share. In the end, we couldn't reach our goal of 100% market share, an insane goal that was probably never going to happen for any realistic company anyway. I'm sorry I couldn't deliver. This marks the end of my role, doesn't it? I failed to achieve my purpose. What a miscalculation. Did you say something? No, nothing. Come on now, lift your head. The result may be harsh, but I believe in all of you. In the existence of the Savior predicted by the Terror Drive. Alyssa, back to the starting line, but let's give it our all. The very next day, everyone was energized again. The gaming console Dogma MET2 was released by Dogma Corporation. Although the initial reaction was quiet, within a week, 3 billion units were shipped. To who? And 1 month later, Dogma MET2 caused the collapse of the gaming industry itself. Apparently the economy also? What? Apparently also like the environment? What's happening here? Sega fell into an unprecedented decline and all its employees became nomads. That's it. That's the game. So yeah, the only way to get the good ending is to get 100% completion. But there's one other thing I forgot to mention. The game is designed to make getting the good ending. They have lyrics. So yeah, this game is designed to make it functionally impossible to get the good ending on your first run, because as many people speculated as we were playing the game, yes, there is New Game Plus. And it's designed so that you have to play New Game Plus to get the good ending. So that's fun. Are we gonna do that? No? Life is short, we got stuff to do. But that wasn't the worst ending. There's like 6 endings and that's not even the worst one. So take that into consideration. There's worse endings than that somehow. Lost Edge, welcome in to Dreamcast. Oh god, we get one last one of these. Hang on. Oh no. Sis, hey sis! What is it, Mogi-tan? Why isn't Dreamcast selling very well? Good question. Oh yeah, okay. Sorry sis, I promise I won't do it again. How is this game real? I truly do not believe this game is. How is this real? I don't understand. How does this game exist? This is insane. Oh my god. Oh, we could not have gotten a more perfect ending than that. That's beautiful. Let's see, Lost Edge's Dreamcast actually have something that should be remade on PC. There are some games that were stuck on Dreamcast that I would like to see elsewhere. I was mentioning Bangayo, a side-scrolling, a side-scrolling shooter, very unique one. I would like to see somewhere else. I don't think that's ever been ported off. There's a few things. There are a few things, definitely. Yeah, we didn't game over, at least. We got all the way to the end, so that's something. Oh, jeez. Was Bangayo in the 360? I never heard about that, if so. Oh no, one of my Game Gear Streets of... Ooh, nice, nice. Alright, so we will save. I don't know, maybe someday we'll come back to this. It's not impossible. I'm just gonna go ahead and save, like... Save over our last save, that's fine. Clear file has been saved. Thank you very much for saving. When you load a clear file save, you start with the following bonuses, such as skip message feature. By holding the X button and pulling the L trigger, it'll toggle on and off. When on, messages fast forward. That makes sense. Increased starting budget. The initial budget is set at over 10 million yen, so we get a bigger starting budget. Level increase. Leveling up is easier up to a certain point. Beyond that, it increases the normal rate. Starting market share, share is increased from 3%. All right, so you get a better starting position, you get more money to start with, you can skip messages, and also you level up faster. Pretty standard New Game Plus stuff, but it makes it a lot easier to get to the true ending. Like, the true ending is a big deal, definitely. There is an entire extra scenario that happens if you get the true ending. Since I don't know if we're going to come back to this, you might want to look it up on YouTube if you haven't seen it before. It's usually just labeled as the ending of the game, because everything else, all the other endings are basically something dire like what we just got, but it's pretty wild. I will say that. Oh, jeez. So yeah, we got that save set up. Skip explanation. The key was making a good console. I thought Dreamcast was a good console. I did. I'm a fan of the Dreamcast. I got a Dreamcast right in the back of my room over there. I love that one. Now we've got a little bit of time. I want to see if I can spot something really quick. Because there's another thing that we missed. Oh yeah, the console released in the game was hot garbage. The console we put out inside of the game was absolutely the worst thing, and everyone hated it. Seaman is amazing. I would love to see a re-release of Seaman, but like from a technical perspective, that's probably going to be very tricky. Record of Lodos. You know, I've never actually played that game. I watched the anime way back in the day. I've never actually played that game before. Also, speaking of Dreamcast games, there's probably one of the best Berserk games ever made was on the Dreamcast. Not a perfect game by any measure, but a solid one. I enjoyed that one back in the day. Also, they released, oh, what is that one everyone's always joking that I should play, because I hate it so much. I've forgotten it. Maybe that means I'm finally free now. I think it was called Sword of Berserk. I think Sword of the Berserk Guts' Rage was the full name, something like that. Somewhere around there. The console inside the game, inside the console was not good. It gets a little bit impossibly meta with this one. So there was one other thing we missed in here I wanted to see if we could possibly check out. Potentially. We have to find a save point like right at the right place is the problem. I don't know if we have one of those. So let's see. Let's try... Ooh, we might not. Like, look at this big gap here from 1 year, 12 months to 2 years, 3 months. Let's jump in on this one. See what we got going on. Oh, 3-7. No, unfortunately. No, it looks like we missed it. All right. So the thing that we missed is, I'm told that on year 3 in the game, or year 2 and some change, whichever you want to count it as, if you go out to the world map at the beginning of the year, I think it's either January or February, Comic-Con is going on, which for people that don't know, that is a huge like comic book, gaming, and nerd culture convention in Japan. Very highly revered. And if like the game doesn't tell you anything about it, the game doesn't mention it's happening. But if you go out to the world map during that time, you can actually go to Comiket, which is designed as a mini dungeon. You can pick up a couple new devs there. Like there's a bunch more nerd culture jokes and stuff, and we completely missed that, unfortunately. That's on me. Wasn't keeping track of the time close enough. But that's an interesting thing that even exists in the game too. Oh, you've been there twice to sell stuff for the company I used to work for. Do not recommend it. Like, it seems like it's so huge, like it would be a frustrating experience. Also, just selling at cons is often just exhausting, even on the best of experiences. Most of my job is sitting at a desk and selling comics and standing on the floor, yelling "Onegaishimasu" while handing out flyers. Understandable. I can imagine that's not a fun day, most definitely, but you know, kudos to you for doing it. Builds character, as we were saying. So yeah, maybe next playthrough, if we ever play this again, which I do kind of want to see the good ending, but we're not doing that immediately, definitely. So it's a little bit of a shorter stream today, though not as short as I was afraid it would be, because that was a bit challenging. In the middle of the summer in a concrete room with no AC. Oh God, Japan, why? Japan, why? So I do think we're gonna wrap it up here. I'm happy. I wish we could have gotten to see the true ending, but I will say, like, I had basically resigned to myself that we were never going to play this game. I truly thought we were never going to see it just because I'd seen some very solid translation teams make an attempt at this and just give up. Just because of the enormity of the task, because of the technical challenges, because of the nightmare of the translation. And to have even an imperfect translation to play feels like an absolute miracle. And I'm glad we were able to do that. Somehow, even after all that waiting, this was way more insane than I thought it was going to be. The fact that the game literally ranted at me for nearly 4 straight hours about Moe? Nothing could have prepared me for that. Nothing will ever heal me from that. Could I add invested in Segagaga to sequel? Oh God. How would they even do a Segagaga sequel? I feel like Sega's in a pretty stable position nowadays. I could be wrong, but I think that they've got the longevity they need now. So yeah, I am very pleased that I finally got to play this. I'm very pleased I own a copy of it now. That's also wonderful, and I hope you folks enjoyed watching it. I hope you enjoyed it. I always appreciate when you folks are willing to take a chance on the more absolutely deranged stuff I play on here. And this is definitely top tier deranged. So thank you very much for tolerating my absolutely absurd taste in games. And I hope this is something that'll be memorable for you, because I'm definitely gonna remember this one. Jesus. Moi moi. So tomorrow we are going to be starting the next game on the schedule. If you have not seen that, the next game is going to be Kathy Rain 2 Soothsayer, sequel to a point-and-click murder mystery that I very much enjoyed. I knew I was going to enjoy it going into it, and then I ended up enjoying it more than I thought I did. So that's a wonderful surprise. God, the Moi Moi zombies, the army of them. I just saw a cute girl and just started lumbering towards her. Too real, man, too real. So I hope you folks will be back tomorrow. I would love to have you folks back. I am excited to finally be playing Kathy Rain. I was originally going to play it as soon as it came out, but then I heard some people in chat wanted to play it as well. I'm like, I'll push it back a little bit. Let some people play that if that's what they want. That Japanese potato head man again, that was the ugliest character I've ever seen, quite possibly. What a hideous, hideous character design. So, we do have one last thing to do before we call it quits today, and as always, that is... let's see who all else is online. So, if you're not done watching Twitch, maybe I could send you somewhere cool. I would like the opportunity to try, most definitely. And while I am checking to see who all is online right now, there's some things you might want to do if you have not already done them. For starters, make sure you hit follow if you haven't already. That is super important if you ever want to come back, and I hope you do want to come back. We would love to have you. You can also enable notifications. Also, that'll let you know when we go live. I know I find that useful sometimes. A couple links in chat you might want to check out if you haven't seen them yet. We've got a link to my Discord if you want to hang out with me or the rest of the community outside of the stream. Feel free to jump in there. And we also have a link to my YouTube if you want to see any of the games I've played in the past. Read them obscure, unusual, and nostalgic. Feel free to check those out. Also, all the VODs from Segagaga are going to be going up there, so if you missed anything, feel free to jump in that. And I think I see where we're going today, because I see somebody playing a very fascinating game, if you haven't seen it before. A very unique game, and a game you might not have heard of before, because this one doesn't have a huge presence in the gaming lexicon, as it were. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would love it if you would join us as we raid fellow retro streamer Umbrella Jill. She's a very cool streamer. She focuses mostly on retro horror games, including some retro horror speedruns. But today she's feeling a little under the weather, so she's doing a cozy stream of a Super Nintendo game called Porky's Haunted Holiday. This game, you could argue, is ahead of its time, because even though this was a Super Nintendo game, the big gimmick of this game is that a lot of the content in the levels is algorithmically generated. So enemies are not in the same place each time you play, power-ups are not in the same place, and some of the level layout may in fact change from playthrough to playthrough, which, you know, these days very, very common, but back then that was a bit of a wild concept. Is it good? No, but it's interesting at least. It is an interesting game. So why don't you join me over there? Say hi to Jill, hang out for a bit, throw her a follow if you like what she's doing. But hey, if you got other things to do, I will just say as I always do, have a good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you're at in the world. I will see you folks tomorrow for the Kathy Rain sequel. Take care of yourselves till then, everybody.